This is the peace that you cannot buy. Send me in love that you cannot mix. One is the joy that you cannot waste, and the other one price that you cannot fix. This is the peace that you cannot buy. Finding a way when you cannot see. Man with this system he cannot pray. I need to find belief. Far behind my mind it runs. All these times.
Hi queens, welcome or welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be answering a lot of questions about my nails. I'm going to show y'all how I go from this, my little natural nubs, to my DIY at-home press-on set. So stay tuned. So first things first, you want to make sure you're starting with clean hands, obviously. Okay, girl. And then we want to make sure we're prepping our nails appropriately. So what I like to do is use a cuticle pusher, which, girl, true tea, this ain't a cuticle pusher, but it's working. It's gonna get the job done. Okay, so you want to use a cuticle pusher to push your skin back. This is critical for me. Everybody doesn't do this, but I think it's important. There's plenty of nail bed up under that dry skin right there. So you just want to gently push on your skin. You'll know when to stop, okay? If you're working on your own hands, you will be able to tell when enough is enough. For me, this step is mandatory because I feel like it allows my press-ons to lay more naturally. It makes it look more like an acrylic nail in my opinion. So this step is mandatory for me. If you ever worn press-on nails or seen someone with press-on nails and you can tell it's a press-on nail, I guarantee you it's because they did not do the proper cuticle care. So pay attention, ladies. Now this second step, this is a little bit more risque, okay? So these are nippers and I'm now going to clip off the dead skin that I just pushed back, okay? Now this step is important to me, but I will say if you're really not comfortable with this step, I understand, and this could be considered optional, okay? Pushing back the skin is step one, but clipping away the dead skin is really gonna take your press-ons to the next level. But if you're not comfortable with this, I totally get it because even sometimes I still cut my skin a little too deep. So with this, you just have to take your time and just kind of feel around and make sure you're not clipping like live skin. But other than that, this is really going to make all the difference. But just take your time. Now to get into my favorite part. Now this is the part that makes me feel like a nail tech, child. And speaking of, I am not a nail tech. I am not licensed. My sister is licensed, so I have just watched her do her nails for years, watched her do my nails for a while, and I just kind of picked up things along the way that have allowed me to learn to do my own. As you can see, my thumb is a little bit injured. I nicked myself a little bit with the nipper, so like I said, be careful. But the nail drill is my favorite part because this is when I feel like a technician. I'm just gonna go in and use the sanding band, I believe it's called. And this drill is from Amazon. It's nothing fancy, nothing special. It was super affordable. So I'm just gonna go in and use that sanding band to just even out all my nails. Since I pushed my cuticles back, you'll see like my nail is just different from the nail that was exposed from my previous press-on set. So I'm going in to make all of that even. I'm also going to run it into my cuticles a little bit just to make sure they're all filed down because my cuticles are very important to me when it comes to applying my press-ons. Now, like I said, this drill was super affordable. I will have everything linked down below that I used for my nail day. It does come with all the attachments, all the drill heads or drill bits, all the things. So I'll link everything down below for y'all. Everything I'm using is from Amazon. So, girl, get into it. So now that we've done majority of the nail prep, it's time to get into painting the actual press-ons. I use these little pegs to put the nails on so I can just paint them, you know, off of my fingers, and then I'll apply them later. I'm just setting those up. First, you want to make sure you size all your nails out. I've been doing this for so long, I pretty much memorized all the sizes that I need, but the issue was that my pointers and my ring fingers are the same size. So I go through that particular size a lot quicker than the other ones. So now I'm finding myself having to improvise and use two different shapes to bring them all together and make the right set. But girl, I really just need to order more of the almond shape. I've just discovered that I am an almond girly. I don't really like coughing on me anymore. Long square is also questionable on me, so I've just really come to enjoy a medium almond. even a long almond. But in my press-ons, I have medium almond. So I'm kind of having to improvise because I'm out of a particular size. I just need to get some more. Now that you sized all of your fingers, you just want to go ahead and file the tip of each nail. They all will have like this little rough bead at the end. You just want to file that away. I'm not filing away the shape, but I'm just making them smooth on the ends. But now for my thumbs, I will file down the base of the nail that's going to fit against my cuticle. This particular step may or may not be necessary for you. It's necessary for me because my thumbnail bed is very squared off at the base, so I have to kind of square off my thumbnail, but the rest of my fingers are more rounded at the base. Girl, I don't know. So as you're sizing your nails, just make sure you're paying attention to the shape of your nail beds as well, because you may need to alter some of the tips. So now these little pegs that you see me using now, these are to make the painting process super easy. The kit that I purchased, it came with the putty as well as the clear tray and the black pegs. I am missing one, girl. They're kind of easy to lose. They are magnetic, but with just moving and everything, I lost one of them. But anywho, once you file all your nails down and get all of them placed on the putty stands, girl, I don't even know what they're really called, girl, but I'm gonna call them a putty stand. Once you get them all placed on, it's time to paint. It's time for the fun part. So let's get into it. Now the painting process for me is gonna look a little bit complicated in this video, but it's only because I wanted a custom color, okay? I really have been like really pressed over the like dark blood red color that has been really trendy these days, like a really deep dark red. But I don't have a red like that, so I'm like, well, let's try to mix some black and red together to get the color. So that's why you see me like mixing and painting and girl doing DIY arts and crafts. But girl, just buy the color you want, okay? Because this was a little bit complicated. So now I got kind of close to the color I was going for, but not quite. But anyway, this particular step is something that I tried for the first time today, and I think so far it's been helping. I try to think of this as if I had acrylic nails. When you put the polish on acrylic nails, the nail bed it's a little bit rough. I believe that that's supposed to help the polish stay on a little bit better. So this time I decided to file down the nails first, and so far it's been helping. I haven't had any nails chip yet, and I filmed this video, girl, probably like a week or so ago. Now as far as painting the nails, I do one sturdy coat and I put it under the light to cure for 120 seconds, and then I'll go in with the second coat. I'll also cure that coat for 120 seconds, and then we're gonna go in with top coat. Honestly, it depends on how opaque you would like your polish to be. I wanted this color to be super deep dark, but now that I'm looking back at the footage, maybe if I would have gone with one coat, it would have been closer to the color I was going for. But this is all about trial and error for me. I'm just having fun with it. I am very proud to say that like I do my own nails. I can also do acrylic nails on myself, but girl, I just don't have all the supplies right now. But what's crazy is I get a lot of questions about my press-ons. People often think that they're acrylics. So don't play with her, okay? I know that's right. Having these little nail trays makes this process so much easier because I can cure one tray while I'm painting the other, and just vice versa. Like I can just go back and forth. I don't have to rotate the nails out and just do one hand at a time, which at one point, girl, I had lost one whole tray, so I was having to rotate and do one hand at a time. But thankfully I found the other set. Highly recommend getting some of these things if you're planning to do press-ons for yourself or for a business or anything, because it just makes the process so much easier. Now, when it comes to top coat, this is the brand of choice right now. Like I said, all of this stuff is from Amazon, so is this brand of top coat. Now, I will say there are better top coats out there, but they are going to be a little bit more expensive. They may not be found on Amazon. Like I said, y'all, my sister is licensed, so I have been exposed to professional products at home. So I am a little bit spoiled, but like I said, girl, all of this stuff is from Amazon. So it does the job, it gets the job done. Beetles is also the brand that I get the press-ons from as well. So I would say they're a trusted brand. They got pretty much everything. I also have some polishes from them, so I would start with Beetles. It's affordable and it gets the job done, okay? Look at that shine. Now, same thing with the top coat as the other polishes. I let it cure for 120 seconds as well. Now, this is debatable. The bottles say 60 seconds. Like, I want to make sure it's super dry. Okay, so I do 120 seconds. I have not tested out curing it for a shorter length of time. So play around with that, see which length you prefer. But for me, I always do 120 seconds per layer. So now remember, like I said, nail prep is the most important step. So now that your press-ons are painted and ready to go, it's time to just make sure one last time that your nails are all buffed out and ready for you to glue on your press-ons. I went ahead and did one hand off camera, but now let's get into our next hand. It's time to go ahead and remove each press-on off of their little peg stand. And now sometimes you will have polish kind of stuck to the putty, but you can just take like a nail file and just, you know, kind of file that part off. But you also want to prep the inside of your press-ons because they are going to be super smooth. And that's the problem with your press-on staying on a long time. You want them to be rough. I just always take my nail drill and kind of just buff through the inside of the nail, the portion that will fit against my nail bed, just so that way it's some friction there. The glue has something to stick to, you know what I'm saying? If the nails are too smooth, or if your nails are too smooth, it's not gonna stay for a long time. And I like to wear my press-ons for at least a week to 2 weeks, so I need to make sure that they are ready. So now this glue has been the truth. This has been the only glue I've been using for quite some time now. And like I said, I wear my press-ons for like a week to 2 weeks, sometimes even more. So get into young nails. Now this is also from Amazon. Lately, I'm honestly gonna say I think I got a bad batch, because when I used to buy this like years ago, it was really, really strong, but lately I have been having a little bit of trouble with it. So I don't know if I got a bad batch or if Amazon is getting the old bottles. Like, girl, I don't know. So you may want to check it out directly from Young Nails website. But the glue is good. Even with the bad batch, it's still good, okay? I like to use, you know, a moderate amount of glue on the nail. I put it on the fake nail, not on my real nail. And then I'm just going to press and hold, push it down into that cuticle, girl. Make sure that it's fitting like an acrylic, okay? You want it to look like it's growing from your nail bed. So push it along the lines of your cuticle and make sure it looks like it grew from there, okay? Hold it for a good, like, you know, like 10 to 15 seconds. Make sure she's snug, and then you are good to go. And I promise you, people are gonna be asking you where you got your nails done, okay? And that is really the final step, babe. Like, once you get the glue settled, you get all the nails on and in the right position, you're on the way to success. And then your nails are looking like this, clickety clack, the baddie is back, okay? We love it here. But once you get your nails on and they're all set, make sure they're all secure, do a little clickety clack on the table. You of course want to moisturize your hands, and then you're going to pull out your cuticle oil. This one is by Madam Glam. They sent this to me a while back. They also sent me some polishes, which the red polish was by them as well. I have everything linked down below. The polishes and the cuticle oil are the only things I did not get from Amazon, but I do believe Madam Glam is sold on Amazon, so girl, I'll find links for y'all. But anyway, once you get your cuticles greased up, your hands oiled up, you are all set. And look at that. Look at the cuticle, y'all. I'm telling you, the cuticle care is key. These look like I went to the salon. Don't tell me they don't. Like, I know a lot of people hate on press-ons, but if you do the proper prep, you can show your press-ons on up close and nobody will clock that T, okay? And let me just say, the young kids ate with that one little thing with his heart, because his heart is cute. But anyway, as a millennial, I will always rock my heart the other way. Anywho, beats and love, y'all. Peace out. I love y'all so much, and thank you for watching this video. Leave any questions down below. Let me know if y'all like this video and if you want to continue to see me do my nails on camera. And I will see y'all in my next one. Love y'all. Bye.
I really need time.